But these very essential 6 to 7 verses I wanted to share with you. And as we discussed, same verses will be there in different books, different names. Sometimes people get deluded that I have read this book but have not read that book. Please continue to read whatever you like, nothing wrong in that. But don't think you will be getting a new truth somewhere. There shall be no new truth, but new standpoint, a new logic, new observation. But there must be no new truth. You can establish that with a different type of logic. That's a different thing altogether. So, most important, if you are with yourself, you have as well read all the books, understood all the logic, done all the austerities, have got all the indulgence, everything you have experienced, there is nothing which is denied to you. You are absolute. So that is where comes a total sense of freedom, okay? And all because you know only one word, Om, one word, Aham, the meaning of it, not just familiar with the name. Being familiar with the name, has anybody seen everything? We may have, I am familiar with the name Amazon. Maybe I've never gone to Amazon. Any name, any place, any time in history, any person in this world, you may know their names, but you don't know anything about them. That is true, that is true. Don't go so far away. Come very near home, yourself. You know the word I. Do you understand the meaning of it? You are using your body every day. Do you know what all things are happening inside the body? Today, friends, I came across a particular text, a book, which is written by a scientist now. It's a very interesting book. The book name is Fundamentals. And he is Mr. one Frank W. I don't know that big name, so I can't remember. Frank W. He was a Nobel laureate. Sometimes in 2004 or 2009, he got a Nobel Prize in physics. Very interesting observations he has made. And he has given 10 causes of reality, 10 hints on reality, what the reality can be. Many, many things you can read. People can understand from different languages, from scientific language and as Vedanta, Upanishads, everything you can try to understand. Nothing wrong in that, friends. Every information is valid if you know how to use it. Don't say that particular information is something. Truth can accommodate any standpoint, because truth is not a standpoint. That is why the truth, the absolute, the reality of yourself is not against religion, is not against secularism. It is not against any politics, any type of faith, belief, practices. It cannot be against it. Like the space cannot be against any object that is existing in it or yet to exist in it. It doesn't matter. Space is space, helplessly everywhere. How can it deny anything from its own expanse? Same thing the truth about yourself being who you are. Which role can you get rid of it? Which thought you can get out of it, need to get out of it? Which sense organ can you get out of it or should you get out of it? Which sensation, perception you need to get out of it in order to be yourself? There is absolutely no reason whatsoever. Your physical body, in whatever condition it may be there, it doesn't make any difference. You shall be there all the time as you are. We have seen that point, how vast this creation is, how vast yourself, who you are, because infinity. Param, desha kala vastu parijata shunyam, existing at all times, at all places, in and through everything. Desha kala vastu parijata shunyam. It has no limitations of time, meaning at all times existing. There is a time when the time itself doesn't exist, but the timeless is always there. There is a place maybe where the space doesn't exist, but at the same time, that which is in and through the space, existence, consciousness, always everywhere there. The objects are also very limited in time and space. This is limited in time and space. It is now is there, here it is here. Tomorrow, day after, what is it? It was not there, it will not be there. All these things you know. So no object has got its, and every object has its limitations of time and space. Whereas who you are, available at all times, all places, in all conditions. Every time, every place, in every condition, you, the consciousness, already there. And this, take a simple example. When I was thinking about morning, so beautiful. Just a very, very simple example, friends. And that is the ultimate, what we saw, that language of the Sanskrit where it says, Santejya hudbhiheshanam devamanyam prayanti te ratnam abhivanchanti taktva hastastha kostuvam. What we saw yesterday, leaving the most rather incomparably precious jewel in hand, the person is looking for something somewhere. How strange! How is he going to look for something somewhere? It is something. Okay. Think of it. Okay. Are you getting that point, please? Having the most important, the most precious thing in your own hand, you are looking for a little something. Like that which is all pervasive is here. But you are fighting for an inch of space or 5 feet space. Think of it. That most precious thing, which available at all times, all places, in all conditions, nothing can take it away. Nothing can ever dismiss it. Always existing. Is it really true? Take a very simple example. Suppose you are standing on the earth. When you are walking, when you are taking your, please go with it, when you are taking your body, you are moving out, you are taking your body from Madras, from here, suppose you are going to Mahabalipuram, or from India, you are going to Europe. Think. When you are doing that, can you carry, please, can you carry your ashram, your house with you? You cannot carry. Neither you can carry this piece of land with you. You cannot. Because land here is land there. But there is a different types of land here which is not there. But one thing you can never escape is space. Space here, space in another country, another continent, another planet or star is same. So your physical body can move out of the earth. But it cannot move out of the earth means it can go away from another planet also, it can go. But it cannot move out of the space. Space is something all over there. Now friends, think of it. Standing here, sitting down here, you direct your attention to your thoughts, memories. Can this space enter into your thought? Think. Can the space outside enter into your thought? Do you need this outside space for the thoughts to move? To move in the thought universe, this space is not needed. Please. Okay, now these thoughts are moving in Chidakasa, space of consciousness. The thoughts move. Thoughts appear, thoughts disappear. Where? Just like you are outside, you are conscious, you are seeing the flower with your eyes, you see your flower with your eyes in the space outside. Same way within, in the space of consciousness, you see, you are conscious of the thought of the object inside. As you see the flower with your eyes in the space outside, you see, you are aware, the thought of the flower inside, in space of consciousness. So there, the space of consciousness, listen carefully, the space of consciousness which accommodates everything also is the illumination which illumines everything. Are you getting that point, please? Here the space outside doesn't help you to see. But the space, Chidakasa, the space inside in which the thoughts are moving, appearing, disappearing, is illumined by the same space. Consciousness. Both one and the same. So, wherever your thoughts go, please understand, wherever your thoughts go, consciousness is there. Like wherever your body goes, the space outside is there. Wherever your thoughts go, this consciousness is there. But in consciousness, neither the thoughts there, your eye is there, object there, earth is there, as the space is needed to be there. For the consciousness to be, none of these things are needed. Everywhere it is there. So this is that which is sarvatra, that which everywhere indeed is here. That is the simple word, here if you understand. Where are you? If I ask you, where are you? What shall you say? Here. Everybody around the world, wherever you are, you shall say you are there. There means what? That is here. Everybody is here. Where is here? Wherever you go, you say here. Here is everywhere. And that which is everywhere is here. Same thing your thought, consciousness. Everywhere. It is there, here. When you say here, we have seen it. It is not physically, it may be here. But when you say here, the eye is physically also there. But when you say here, the thought is not physical. Thought is here, if you say, the thought is in consciousness. And who is looking at it? I say I, the thought is there. In relation to what the thought is there? Oh, there is a thought, there is a thought. Who says that? You may speak it, but how do you know it? You are conscious. So where you are, who you are, is where you are. Strange. Who you are is eternally where you are. Consciousness everywhere. It cannot be there. There is no question of that existing. So the space of consciousness everywhere. So nobody can ever escape that. And that's something, consciousness, if you want to give it a name, the consciousness with all the three fields of experience, waking, dream, deep sleep, gross, subtle, causal. All the three are existing in consciousness, all pervasive. So, if each field of experience is represented by a name called A, waking, U, dreaming, deep sleep, that which is before and after, in and through and in between consciousness, amatra, no sound, nispanda. The whole existence with all its unmanifest and manifest dimensions, one word. In that word, the letter is visible, the forms are visible, the formless is not visible. The name is visible, nameless is not visible. Sensations are, you can have sensations, perceptions, thoughts, but you can't have an experience of consciousness because you are the experience, the anubhava swarupa, in whose presence it goes. Thus, every person, every object, nothing stands apart from it. Consciousness, all-pervasive Chidakasa. Now, bringing to that science thing, if you are interested, you can read it. There is nothing wrong. Just because we are comfortable with that. Very interesting point is written down there. Very interesting point. There is one point is, he says, as much there is a space outside, physically, as much there is a space outside, that much of space is there inside your body. Can you believe it? That much of space? No. In a sense, that much of space is there. And one beautiful example he gives, because this is scientific discovery, they have made it. There, he says, in human body, there are octillion cells. You understand what is octillion? Neither I understood. I put it on Google. Ask me, right? Google, octillion. You must do that. Octillion. What is octillion? First, break your head, then you shall see. You know, million, 10 lakhs, million. 1,000 million is a billion. 1,000 billion is a trillion. We know, at least we have heard of it. What it is, mentally you might not have seen that number, the vastness of it, but at least you can grasp the 10, 1 lakh, 100,000, 10 lakhs, 1 million, 1,000 million, 1 billion, 1,000 million, meaning 1,000 billion, 1 trillion, 1,000 trillion, 1 quadrillion. 1,000 quadrillion, 1 centillion, like 5. The 1,000 centillion is sextillion, meaning the 6. Septillion, 1,000 that sextillion, they must have septillion. 1,000 septillion is octillion. Understand? And what the scientists have found, discovered is, in the known galaxy, which is just unknown galaxy, forget the known galaxy, the numbers of stars are almost octillion, which is like the cells in human body, octillion. Octillion cells compare with the stars. How much space from the cellular universe? There is a huge, huge system inside. How much mystery each of us are carrying. What all you are carrying may or may not be comprehended at one time or not. But that by which you are carrying, that is yourself, instantaneous. What you are carrying, you will not know. But that by which you are carrying. And where is that? All-pervasiveness, ever-existing. Our life has been completely involved with trying to explain, analyze things that are existing in me neglected. Have you not seen that? Is it not true? I am so worried about my stomach. I am never worried about the eye who is worrying. Are you getting that point? I am so worried about the stomach. I am so worried about my money. But I am not worried about the one who is worried. Are you getting that point? It is so beautiful. That is why these Upanishads are something amazing, amazing, friends. Available for everybody. No caste, no creed, no sex, no race, no nothing. Human. Like any artistic studies, any scientific studies, anything, same thing, this understanding about yourself. We are so worried about what things we have. We try to understand space, air, fire, water, earth. But we don't ever try to understand who is trying to understand it all. We're trying to appreciate, recognize why the stomach is like that, why the body is like that, why the thought is like that. But nobody is ever trying to know, why am I questioning these things? Suppose you are not there, what questions will be there? So who is this I? Something very beautiful. Last evening, somebody had come to our ashram. The family had come, one person was sitting down looking. Swamiji, why is it they say that you must meditate in Brahma Muhurtam? Understand this all to do with what? All that I am talking, don't say Swamiji is talking some. No, connect it with the Hastastha Kaustuvam. The most important thing, the most precious, the most valuable thing is in your hand means what? It is with you. You are it. But leaving it aside, we are worried about every other thing. Why these thoughts are coming? Why these monkeys, why this perception is coming? Why these sensations are not there? This sensation is not good, that sensation is not good, this money is not there, the thought is not there, the object is not there, my son is like that, my brother is like that, my husband is like that, my people are like that, my body is dying. What all things? Please friends, things. Don't look at somebody. Your worries are Your worries are plenty. Plenty enough to keep you busy. Added to it, what are you adding? What my son must be thinking, what my daughter must be thinking, what my husband is thinking, what my wife is thinking, what my country is thinking, who is the President of America, who is the Secretary of the United Nations. Beautiful. No, sir. Just being unconscious, can you walk from this room to that room? You must know the path also. So nobody dismisses the limited. Nobody ever dismisses that which is existing in time and space. But do not, Mahadeva, but do not ever look at these limited things existing in time and space as independent, because it's part of the timeless, spaceless existence. No finite object can exist without the touch of infinity. No mortal can exist without the touch of immortality. And the moment you are in touch with the immortality, enjoy mortality. Just like, so the person was asking me a question, Swami, why is Brahma Muhurta, early morning, we must meditate? Very simple reason. Don't say, Brahma Muhurta, there is more ojan. You can give, friends, no, I should not talk like that. You can give 100 million reasons. Give any number of reasons. It's not there, you discover one new one also. Don't worry about it. Anything you can say, trying to impress somebody, or trying to hoodwink yourself, cheating yourself, giving some type of explanations and all that stuff. The fact is there is, why is it Brahma Muhurta? You mean to say, only in the early morning, the Brahman, the truth, the reality, consciousness, all-pervasive existing, other times it is not? And can everybody get up in the early morning? If you have got a night duty up to 2 o'clock, and these days these IT people are all like bonded labor, 11 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, morning 8 to evening 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And then you ask them to get up in the morning early meditation, Brahma Muhurta, that is why people are not interested. Because only morning meditation time is over. So how can I meditate at 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock sunshine, 10 o'clock sunshine, 12 o'clock is so hot. Afternoon, that is not the auspicious time. What are you doing? For a timeless, auspicious time in time? What are you doing, friends? Please. So what does it mean? What it means is, see, suppose you have a good night's sleep. Sleep well. For God's sake, sleep well. Once you wake up in the night, early morning when you wake up, the most practical situation, the moment you wake up, boom, the thoughts do not arise. It's like early morning traffic. If you go to the traffic on the road, there will not be many cars there, because just night, nobody has come out. In this also, inside you, the moment you wake up means what? You are conscious. Wake up. When you are deep sleeping, what are you? Unaware, unconscious. So the waking up means what? Being conscious. Do you create consciousness after waking up? When you are going to sleep, do you dismiss consciousness? Or you just stop thinking? Think of it. It's simple. You come out from the city, you come into your garden, you come into your house, you close your door, you are closing up, shutting down everything. Shut down your eyes. You can shut down your thought. Just lie down. Allow to be overtaken. Do you dismiss consciousness? Nor you bring in consciousness to wake up. It's already there. You are conscious. But before you are just conscious, you are already conscious of things by habit. So your activity begins, friends. Think of it. You are lost. Then you look outside. Oh, nothing is there. So what happens is, suppose in the morning, with the moment you wake up, first, be yourself. Before you are aware, before you jump into what you are aware of, be that by which you are aware of every thought. If it is difficult to be aware of your mind, easy, be aware of the outside world. Early morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, dark, dawn, beautiful. the dawn. Keep your eyes open. See, friends, a beautiful thought. See for yourself. If I'm talking some nonsense, dump it. Even keep your eyes open and observe it. Just observe one day. What will happen? Your eyes will be seeing the darkness. At 4:35, 6, your eyes will be seeing the darkness. Your eyes do not create the darkness. And when you're seeing the darkness, just wait. As the sun is rising from the east, as the earth is moving from west to east, and the sun is rising, as though slowly the darkness yields place to light. Do your eyes change? Eyes those saw the light, darkness, and the eyes that are seeing the light, both one and the same. Now, how did you see the darkness and light? Your eyes see. How did you see your eyes see? You are conscious. So when your eyes are watching the darkness, reporting the light as well as the darkness, how do you do that? Because you are conscious, the light of consciousness. So when, with your eyes, when the darkness yields place to light, and you close your eyes. Now what happens? When you are closing your eyes, your eyes are no more capable of seeing anything. Your eyes are not conscious. Your eyes are no more capable of seeing anything. Eyes are closed, but now you are conscious of the inner world. The thoughts are there. When these thoughts, how do you see? The light of consciousness, eye of the eyes. Now, that in whose presence, please, that in whose presence the eyes were seeing the light as well as the darkness. If you remember when your eyes are looking at it, that eyes don't see, eyes only report. In the presence of yourself, you are with yourself. Brahma Muhurta, listen. That's something always existing. Darkness goes away, light comes. Eyes are same. Eyes are lit up, now eyes are closed. Consciousness is same. That never goes away. Understand? You see the light, you see the darkness yielding place to light. You see your eyes closed, yielding place to consciousness. Always there, Brahma Muhurta. There is no light and darkness there. The thoughts are always lit up. There is no darkness there. Always there. Which place you should do it? Himalayas? Brazil? Timbuktu? Africa? Anywhere, anytime. It is there with yourself. Wherever, whenever. So when is the Brahma Muhurta? All times, all places, all conditions. But if you look at life that way, it makes it easy. So, do not therefore say, only in the morning it is there. No, every moment it is there. And that's something, how beautifully described in Rig Veda, is in what is that, Purusha Suktam, Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parastat. This reality, Purusha, Purnatvat Purusha, which is full and complete, Purnatvat Purusha, that is full and complete, all pervasive, at all times, all places which is existing, it is Purusha. Purusha does not mean man here. It is the Purnatvat Purusha, that is full and complete. Every man, every woman, every object, everything is Purnam. Purusha. Why Purusha? Because at once, Purusha means Purnatvat Purusha, which is all pervasive, Purishayanadva, or which is sleeping in the same body. Puro, the Usati, which is vasati, that which is existing in this city of the body and the mind. At once everywhere and here. That is a Purusha. One word is a Mahavakya. Mahavakya means Tat Tuam Asi. These are all technical things, but don't worry about Tat, that, all pervasive, indeed you are. Because that which is everywhere cannot ever leave you. Understand that? That which is everywhere, can you be left apart? Don't say you are everything. That which is everything is you. Makes it more easy. Narayana. Antar Vahishthata Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Sthitaha. That which exists. Don't say Narayana is in and through everything. No. Antascha Vyapya, Bahishcha Vyapya, Yat Sthitam. Pervading within, pervading without. That which is existing, you want to name it Narayana. Why Narayana? Narashyayam Naram. That which in and through every individual, and that is the supreme goal of every individual. Ayana, supreme goal of every individual. Are you interested in Laddu is the supreme goal of your life? Gold is the supreme goal of your life? A limited thing is the supreme goal of your life? Why it is not supreme? Because something else comes later on. Something is better than that is there. After self, there is nothing better than it. Kaustuva Mani. So Purusha, it is one word, but in that one word, both the dimensions are there. Purish, Puru, that which is Purnatva, which is full and complete. There is no place where it is not, there is time when it is not. And that is also in you, Puravu, in this body, in this thought, it is there. What is that something? Brahma Muhurta. You don't like that name? Please name whatever you like. You don't want to name it? Don't name it. Unnecessarily don't fight. Don't have logical nonsense. It's so beautiful. You are the most precious thing. Everybody is. Nobody can stand apart. Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parasta is beyond light and darkness. Some people are interested in light. Some people are interested in darkness. I love darkness. I love light. Hari? You love light and darkness. What about that something by which you are seeing the light and darkness? You are proud of arrogance, you are proud of your knowledge, information, or you are proud of your arrogance. Why should I know? I need not know. What are you doing? Why are you making something as the object of your pride or arrogance? Who you are? Shall you be proud of you or shall you be arrogant about you or humble about you? What? Navardhatene kanya, neither increases nor decreases. Natat samosti kutobi adhika anya. There is nothing like it. What is better than that or lesser than that? How can there be anything lesser than infinity? If you say this is lesser than infinity, you don't understand what infinity is. Because this cannot be lesser than infinity. Because content is infinity only. No finite thing can exist without the touch of the infinite. So why are you interested in functional comparison? Yes. But think of it, how beautiful it is. The same space which is just all pervasive has got octillion stars in thousands and thousands of known galaxies. That many cells are in a human body. Imagine from the cellular standpoint how much space inside. Purusha, whatever is everywhere, also is here. Not that because the stars, as many stars are there, outside that many cells are here, therefore you are Brahman. No, you may give a material explanation, but that will not give a hint to the consciousness. You shall see macrocosm, microcosm as an object, as a gross something, like the ocean is everywhere. Ocean is every drop. I am the ocean, that knowledge is need to be gained there. Energy is in and everything. How many people have said, I am the energy? What is matter? Energy at rest. What is energy? Matter of the movement. Reader's Digest Science. I am not a scientist. Having told, oh, sir, Swami, this is matter and energy, people when throw that point, they think they have become top scientists in the world, right? Yes, you can say that. Energy at rest is matter. If that's what the physics says, we can repeat. Matter in the move is energy, is fine. Both one and the same, fine. But does it give you an awareness that I am the energy? I am understanding. So I am not proud that I know something, matter and energy, which other people don't know. It's like talking Sanskrit to somebody who doesn't know Sanskrit. Talking Greek or Latin to somebody who doesn't know Greek or Latin. What type of sense of superiority? So ridiculous. A concept, understand friends, a concept, sophistication, ideas projected, doesn't make you greater or smaller than somebody. Speculations, theoretical things, yes, you can do that, nothing wrong in that, but that will not solve your problem. It will be never ending. That is why the person still thinks after that. Why? The one who is exploring is not exploding. I can't say infinity and still exist. I can't say Ishvara, all-pervasive, and still exist. How can I say? Because there is nothing called India and Odisha, India and Tamil Nadu. No. You can't say Asia and India. You cannot say Earth and Asia. You cannot say solar system and Earth. You cannot say this galaxy and this solar system. You cannot say universe and anything physical. You cannot say infinity and a name which includes all names. How can you say that name and? The formless, all-pervasive, which includes all forms. How can you say formless and? Formless and? Not only you cannot include, you cannot dismiss either. Take it separate from the formless, totality, infinity, absolute. That's simple, friends. Every individual, every little insect, Brahmadi Stamba Paryantam, Brahmadi Pipilika Paryantam, beginning from the creator to the ant, meaning the most conscious to the unconscious or little conscious, everything is Brahmaivaidam Jagatsa Sagalam Chinmatra Vistaritam. The whole universe is nothing but the manifestation of one reality consciousness, yourself. Nobody dismisses. Nobody dismisses you. Nobody dismisses you. Please. That is why when you, in the name of even Vedanta, Upanishad, you start to dismiss this world, dismiss the anger, dismiss hatred, dismiss jealousy. Dismiss what for? Why? You know, because when you dismiss, not only converting somebody, trying to convert somebody is a violence, dismissing something also becomes a violence. How can you dismiss? How can you dismiss? Please take away a chair from this space. And that story that we have every time I've told, when the teacher, after revealing this truth, tries to experiment on the knowledge of the students and gives them a bird. Take it and kill it in one place where nobody sees. If you think it's a violent example, give him a sweet laddu. Eat in a place where nobody sees. All the students in half an hour come back, finishing it, come back. But one student has not come. Comes after night, 10 o'clock, the teacher is still waiting because he knows he has sent them. And there is still a laddu in his hand. He said, why didn't you eat? He said, your condition was, take it to a place and eat where there is nobody looking at it. I went to the forest, I thought trees are looking at it. I went to the cave, I thought the stones are looking at it. I went to very deep in the cave, I thought darkness is looking at it. Then I closed my eyes, I am looking at it. And when you say, eat in a place where nobody looking at it, this somebody is everywhere. Wisdom boy, stand by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have blessed. So do you mean the other persons are fools? They are not fools, they are yet to recognize it. One who knew is as much the awareness as even a person who doesn't know. That is why no wise man ever shall feel proud, arrogant, special. It is so stupid. You may say he is special, but he is so ashamed of things. Nana or Muttar. I am an idiot, boka. Why? So far I took, oh my God. But you were wondering, oh my God, he knows everything. At one time I was also thinking like you. And when the teacher is telling everything is all pervasive and you are part of it, I will also laughing at it. What nonsense is he talking? Because I am stuck with the idea of physical body, limited in time and space. And a person who is thinking himself, taking himself to the physical body in time and space, how much more you may say that you are all pervasive, he shall be laughing his guts out or shall be so cynical. Why? Because he is wedded to, conditioned, conformed idiot that this body is me. So how can I say, you are all pervasive at all times, all places? Until you break the barrier. Break the barrier means what? Not that the body must expand or the body must disappear. Even when the body is standing, existing as it fat or thin, sick or healthy, young or old, consciousness is still there all the time. You don't have to dismiss anything at any time, dismiss anything at any time. Understand that point. That is the beauty of this knowledge. So that is why people don't seem to understand it. It's very simple. Just because a person understands it, he doesn't feel proud. Rather, that time the person becomes so desperate. Come on, it's the easiest thing. Ahetuka daya sindhum gurum anavatam satam. But ahetuka daya become an ocean of compassion for no reason. Even it's like a child pulling mother's hair. The child, when the mommy says, baby, eat, the child thinks he is causing inconvenience because he doesn't want to eat, mess up himself, he wants to play. And when he pulls the mother's hair and ties him, bites him, nails him and all that stuff, tells the mother, will the mother hit and kick and all that? No, it's baby doesn't know. Same thing in this knowledge, when somebody is aware of it, desperate, come on, understand yourself, be who you are. There you don't say, oh, I cannot give 10 rupees. Shut up, money, who is asking about what you have to give or not? Give your ignorance, get out of it. Later on we shall see what you can give or not give. Then suddenly you discover, whatever, when you recognize I am everything, what is that yours to give? Or what you consider something. Why that transaction comes to your mind? Rate is fixed before discovering infinity. Rate is fixed. Let us say fix the rate before you are enlightened. No, friends. No. Guru, the Anahetuka Dayasan, ocean of compassion. Why? Because the person knows how stupid I was. Oh my God, if my teacher would not have taken the time, patience to help me to understand myself, what I would have understood? Nothing. That is why parampara, tradition. You see what you have been given, free. Completely free. Now somebody brings in, teach them, give me money. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Enough is not there, kill the fellow. Think how beautiful, how dangerous, how stupid. In one way, this digital teaching is very safe, Everybody can listen to everywhere, you don't have to transaction, any nil transaction. Do something, do not do something, who remembers you, who looks at your face. Understand and get out. Revel in yourself. You are only listening, thinking. And if you are seeing it in a TV or in a type of this thing, you are also looking at the person's eyes. Only thing, I can't look at your eyes. Because when the teacher sees the student's eyes, understands whether the children grasp or do not grasp. Therefore I can change the subject. That is the only difficulty. or else there is no other difficulty. Anybody, anywhere can listen to it and get out of it. No problem. Especially when you are looking at the physical person. Only listening to the sound will not work. Eyes works, body, limbs, movements convey a lot. Like a person listen carefully. A person is smiling. Suppose you are in front of him, you know whether the person is smiling out of sarcasm, mischief, complicated fellow, or is genuine. If you listen to the sound of this smiling, can you make out what the person is thinking behind it? That is why audio is very nice. Why audio is very nice? Because you can make out whatever you want to make out. Never challenged. Dead gurus are excellent. Why? Because they are not there to point out your limitation. Living person. And the person who doesn't claim himself that I am the guru. No, as I told you again and again, guru is not a person. Is the reality absolute. And no shishya comes to learn from the teacher. No student, please understand, no shishya comes to the teacher. A listener comes to a speaker. Somebody is speaking, you are listening. You are just a listener. You may be a fan of his wonderful speech. You may be the fan of his humor. You may be the fan of the way the person is presenting everything. That's not wisdom. But when, in and through these words, speeches, movements, everything, you look at yourself and you say, whoa, when he says, you are not this one, finite, but in and through this there is infinity, absolute, that's what you are. Suppose you grasp that, oh my God, I never thought in this little drop there is the presence of the ocean. In this tiny little physical body, there is bodiless awareness, all-pervasive, immortal. Ayyo, you are wiped out. Gratitude overwhelming. When you consider yourself that I learned something really nice, so the person is my guru. The person still doesn't know that you have made him a guru. The water doesn't know he has quenched your thirst. You are frustrating the water, water continues to flow. The air doesn't know you got some oxygen breathing space. It continues to blow. The person is not waiting to be told that because of you I understood that. If you tell, fine. Because when you say, because of you understood, I don't know what you understood. Suppose you misunderstood and tell me you have understood. Why should I accept it? And if you have really understood it, thank you very much. I don't have to say anything. So you make a guru. Guru is not a person. That is why the names are not given. Ishvaro gururatmeti murti bheda vibhagine. Vyomavad vyapta dehaya dakshinamurtena. That Ishvara, Guru, Atma, like three things as though I am there, Guru is there, Ishvara, three things are existing. But this murti bheda chala jata hai. When that is gone, Vyomavad vyapta deha, there is only one space of consciousness. There is nothing other than it. No guru naiva shishya. What a brilliant thing. So that is something which is always there with each one of us. So for the most important thing of my life, what is something which most desperately want, friends? Ask yourself. To be alive. First basic instinct. Because only if you are alive, you shall look for wealth, you shall look for knowledge, you shall look for anything. The first fundamental urge of every human individual is to live and to live forever. That is why when your living is jeopardized, when your living is threatened, will you be interested in going to a movie? Interested in looking for a bride or a bridegroom? Interested in going around the world, another planet or the star? Happiness, knowledge? Ha! I am dying. So first, basically, since you have not solved that problem, fear grips you every moment of life. Huh? How can you say fear grips me every moment? Understand, death does not mean only the death of the body. The death of an emotion, death of a friendship, death of a trust, death of a job, death of a relationship. Every moment something or other is dying, as even something or other is being born. Any type of death can frighten you. The physical death will completely frightens you because after that everything is meaningless. That is why the death of the body is the worst loss. Because after which everything else is as well lost. That is why the birth of the body is the ultimate gain in the physical universe. Because after you get it, every gain becomes meaningful. Having gained the best in the material universe by gaining the body, what better things you are trying to get in the material universe, friends? Go within. The way out is the way in. It is not some fanciful statement. Nowadays, because of this, internet, so everybody becomes a wise man, wise quotes. How beautiful it is told out. Way out is way in and all that nonsense. You are trying to make a big deal out of it. Everybody's photo there and as though it's your statement. Upanishads has no guru there. Antar mukha samaradhya bahir mukha sudurlabha. How beautiful. Rajya Sahasranaam, 1,000 names of mother. Bahir mukha sudurlabha. Person who is externalized will find it extremely difficult to be himself. Antarmukha sudurlabha. Those who look within, meaning go on to himself, everything is beautiful. You want to really solve all your problems, go on to yourself. Why? Because without you being there, trying to understand, appreciate, confuse, destroy, nothing else matters. You are the most important thing. That is why you started the class. Before you try to understand why this stomach is like that, why the food is like that, why the person is behaving like that, why the mind is something like that, why the thought is... Why are you questioning everything? Everundi, who are you? Fine. I want a very precious thing. Why? You want to be owner of a precious thing and don't want to be the precious thing, right? How sad. Everybody wants to be owner of the precious thing. Only owner of the precious thing. Even it goes into religion. I want to test, I don't want to be God, I want to test God. Same principle. I don't want to be the precious thing. I want to own a precious thing. Oh. Here is not a thing. Infinity is not a thing. Immortality is not a moment. All pervasiveness is not a space. You are in and through everything. Therefore, you close your eyes, you are with yourself. You open your eyes, you are with yourself. Close your eyes, friends. We shall finish with that. Close your eyes. You close your eyes, you are with yourself. You open your eyes, you can't lose yourself. Object shall be seen. That does not mean consciousness is gone. When you close your eyes, objects are not seen. That does not mean you become unconscious. Observing thought, you are conscious. There is no thought to be observed, you are conscious. The most precious thing. Who has got it? Yaha, whoever he may be, he who. Black, white, green, yellow, man, woman, child, old, adult, educated, uneducated, drunkard, rascal, rogue, useless fellow. Understand, do not brand somebody as rogue, useless and stupid. Do you know why, friends? Until you discover that, until you saw the person is angry, what was your image of him? You never heard that. Until he is kind, will you say that? Until you see that, will you tell him that he is kind? Then next moment, things have changed. But you get stuck with an image. One day kind, so very, very kind man. Angry, always angry man. No. If you are looking at the changing dimensions of the individual, Please do not brand the person because of the perception of one moment. That is why because you do that to others, as they say, judge and be judged, you are continuously judging yourself. Oh, my mind is always worried, my mind is always worried. You mean to say there is no other thought in your mind, friends? Think for yourself. Why are you doing that? Why are you making yourself the prisoner of a thought? Branding yourself with one idea, one notion, when the whole universe, eternity is waiting. All pervasiveness is there. That is your being. Hasthastha kaustubha. The most precious thing is with you. Why are you extending your hand to get something somewhere? This is SIDDHA GITA. Then one or two verses we say, one have been after seeing this, when the person is still going crazy for some object, na nara so gardhava is not a human being, is a donkey. You have not seen it, you are losing yourself is different. Having seen it, if you choose to go, that's a different thing altogether. If you are feeling compulsive that you must, or else if you don't see, don't hear, don't touch, don't taste, don't smell, don't think, something wrong with you, go with you. Unless I have a car, unless I have riches, unless I have 1,000 people around. No. No conditions apply. Siddha, already reached, already accomplished, already gained. You cannot gain it in time. If you gain it in time, you lose it in time. Already gained, already accomplished, already reached. The teacher just points it out, a facilitator. So when the invisible beings reveling in that, Janaka listens to it and sees that in himself. The teacher who is talking is an invisible being. His body is visible. His words are audible. His thoughts are not audible, thoughts are not visible. What to talk of consciousness? The Siddha sitting there. And one who is listening also is a Siddha, because the ears are listening. Consciousness is not. What is audible is a sound, what is heard is a sound. Thoughts inaudible. Having listened to it, the thought that creates inaudible. What it points out, Siddha. So the Siddha, sharing with the Siddha, in between, a beautiful game goes on, called a facilitating, teaching of the absolute kind, where no other transaction takes place except you being who you are, I being who I am. Name it God, name it truth, name it Brahman, whatever you choose, be that, all times, all places, all conditions. Thank you, friends. So with this, class is over. This class is over. Truth is not. And the next class will be there, maybe minimum 10 to 12 days apart. So this next 1 or 2 weeks there will be no class. When it begins, you will be receiving the intimation. But this time, please, if you feel like, the whole thing is there on the net. Watch it, listen to it. Again, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, We are making some try to 4-5 minutes beats also. We'll be sending it. Some people, somebody is doing it. If they do it, somebody will send it. Don't wait for nothing, because you have the whole thing. You can watch it whenever, wherever you like, whichever portion. But see that. Enjoy yourself, being who you are. If you don't need to see, don't need to watch, don't watch it. Just be yourself. Choice is yours. Thank you very much. Namaskar.